Good afternoon. Welcome to Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, and this is Jim Dedman. I'm hoping you're having a great day. Thank you for stopping by my humble shop again today. Today's video is a little quick project I done for a couple of good friends of mine over at East Lincoln Speedway. As you guys know, I've met a few people over the years and been off and on involved in the racing scene in a lot of different little roles. Nowadays I just hang around and help people, so this weekend one of my good friends over at East Lincoln, his daughter's running what they call a powder puff, which is a front wheel drive Honda, and they had taken the car out to practice a couple of weeks before, and there's a rubber mount that goes up underneath the car. I don't have it with me because I've already delivered it, that the shifting linkage holds on to, and it broke on one side, and basically the shifting linkage is flopping up upside down in the car. Well, they was able to race the car that last weekend, and but they needed one, so they handed me I said, hand me that rubber mount and I'll take care of it. So I made duplicated it in the shop here out of a piece of Delrin material for them, and so you're going to see that today. And I'm sorry I ain't got it in my hand because I just actually didn't think to shoot the opening and the closing before I went and took it to Buddy. So hey, that's it's more important to get the guy the parts, and we spent about an hour bench racing, so that was a really good visit. So with no further ado, we're going to get over here to the mill. We're going to do some stuff unusual with this here, and one of the reasons it's unusual because I really don't have any good dimensions to work with. I tried to sketch it out and do it that way, and I really struggled with it. So what I just ended up doing is how you see I made the part, and there probably going to be some other little tweaks may have to even be made in the car. So we don't know. I'm just trying to duplicate what I had. So let's get on over here to the mill and the plastic and see what we can do with it, and then I'll speak to you at the end. Okay, here we go. We got today's project. Another racing part. This is the piece off of Honda that holds the shifter up, inside the car where it'll hold up. Seems like my friends hit a hole and it busted this rubber, and I guess so we decided we're going to make us one out of Delrin to replace it. I mean, we're going to get it close and we can adjust it to get it in the car. And so that's the plan for the day. I've already made a sketch. I'm trying to get some ideas where to put this stuff. So this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to get started. I'm going to use my fly cutter, and I'm going to square this block up. I sawed it off on the other saw, which is a little bit crookeder for expediency's sake. We're just going to do both ends of it right fast with the fly cutter. Just knock the ends off and square it up. We're going to square all four ends, to be honest with you. Alright, we're trying to take us a cut off of this, and we're going to true it up long ways. I cut the block to allow a little bit of thickness difference in it. I'm kind of working off of a sample and educated guess with this. Since I don't have the complete part, I'm having to kind of try to figure this out as we go along. So what we're going to do is do a little bit of creative work. That's all I know to do sometimes. This is like a lot of things you do. There's some wiggle room in this, and they can make this work a little bit. So if they have to play with their brackets, it's fine. So guarantee you no dirt. You hit all kind of mud holes with this, and it ain't gonna break no rubber. Probably 25-year-old piece of rubber up under that. Probably a mid 90s Honda. front wheel drive is, so we'll see. That looks true to me. Since I really ain't got much to work with, my plan's gonna be simple. I'm gonna use, what I've done is just took a bolt, clamp my vise, and kind of set me a position. Because I can measure this, but I don't have a lot to work with. So what I'm hoping being able to do is, when I put my plastic in, is to drill my hole. So that's the plan. So we'll just see how this works out. If it don't work, we'll try something else. We're gonna go in there with a 1/2 inch. Just gonna take center drill, and we're just gonna drill these a 1/2 inch hole. I have taken the parallel out, by the way. Probably a metric hole, close to 1/2 inch. We want these a little sloppy anyway. And what I'm doing is, I know I can measure this, but what I'm doing, by doing this, I'm gonna be able to get it as close as possible with what I have. I mean, it's because it's torn and it's giving and all this good old stuff, we're gonna have an issue with it. So what we're just doing is trying to make the best out of a bad situation. Pull the parallel out, tighten her down, and then we'll just drill it. Center drill it and drill it. To get a little creative with my center drill in there, I had to move the table up. I just left the center drill. Since this is Delrin, it's fairly soft. I told my friend when we was discussing doing this that I had Delrin, and I just knocked this out. This happened at the racetrack Saturday night, and we got some more The thing to me is getting these holes somewhere close. Alright, there that is. Now what we're going to do is put the parallel in, flip the part 180 degrees, and do this again. Now we can't flip it 180 degrees because the hole's a little bit off center. So, okay, so we're going to have to do something completely different. I'm just going to use the drill this time. Well, crap. How am I going to do this? Get this to line up. Let me study on this a minute. When I got done, the one problem I had, if you'll notice, that hole's off center here in these ends. And I'm thinking it needs to be on center. So what I'm done is I've got me a new block, and I'm going to drill it, set my centers up and drill it. And I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is basically center everything up and put the holes in it. I think that's going to work for this. What I've done is I've taken 2 passes here off the center. I got, since it's already centered, it don't change. And this has got to be 360 thousandths wide. So, right now I just took a cut just to a number. And now I'm at 620. So I'm going to do the math and we'll figure it out. Got the number in. We're going to whack it this way and we're going to dump the other side. I always like working off a 0 because it's handy. And this is Delrin. That's supposed to be about full depth. We'll check that in a minute once we get the width right. I'll about double check, see if the depth looks right. I'll get all the shapes in there. Alright, that's the 420 on this side. That's the depth this side. Alright, come on the other side, negative 420. I always like doing that because then I've got something to work with off center. Alright, what I'm doing is I'm going to cut a 60 thousandths relief on this one side, and then we're going to start to see what we look like. So I've already started to make sure it's going to work before I turn the camera on. So we got a piece of high-speed steel. This will probably be a little bigger than the original because we're touching the nut. We're right on that nut going in there too. So we need to go about 60 thousandths deep at least to make that little relief that goes in there. There. It's around it. Alright, now what we'll have to do is just take it off, switch it to the other side, do the same process. And in fact, we got to do it on both sides of the part, so may just turn it over and set it in there like that. What you see me doing now is when I cut them rounds on the lathe, now I'm cutting the center back out to make it. This is all going to be kind of cut out in the center. I'll put that same 1/2 inch mill in. We got to do some more engineering here in just a minute, so we'll. Alright, there was that. Now I'll have to stop and do some deburring now. What I've done is I done mill one side. Basically I figured out that it has to be a certain depth here, and we're just cutting off now. Now of course I'm going to have to hand round all this. I'm not setting up rotary table for one or two things to try to figure this out. We'll just sort of file it and polish it into place. But now I got to go back to the lathe and put my other steps back in, just like I did a minute ago, except at shorter distance. Basically what I'm doing is just using the belt sander, try to shape these little corners in this, and try to make it somewhat like it. I mean, I'm going to tell you, even because this is a piece of rubber, we're trying to duplicate it in narrowing. It's not going to be easy to do. And again, this is not we're not trying to win beauty contests here. We're just trying to get a piece to hold the shifter up. So I'm going to sit over here and deburr it. We'll get a file after. All right, there we go. That's the finished product right there. It's not pretty, it's a little rough. Again, we're going to put this in a race car, and it's, you know, been a rebuilt street car. And this is the original. Considering what I had to work with to figure this out, I'm hoping I'm pretty good. A lot of thinking had to go into that. So hopefully this will work for them. They may have to massage the holes. We'll file and grind some more on it. I tried to get it as close as I could. So here we go. Thank you. Thank you, and I'm gonna go take it to the guy and meet him at the chicken place. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is a copyrighted production of James Deadman, Saw Logs Plastic Hubs, for your enjoyment, entertainment, and education on YouTube. This is another one of the little simple projects I do for folks as friendship pays. Probably get paid a couple of a hamburger drink at the racetrack or something maybe. So I don't do this for a lot of money. It's just like my shop's not a money-making venture, as I've said many times. With that being said, I appreciate you stopping by to watch the video today. I appreciate you subscribing if you're a subscriber. If you're not, please consider being a subscriber. Subscribers to the channel doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't cause you any headaches. You don't get any annoying emails, phone calls, or solicitations. We're not like some religious groups that knock on your door to try to get you to be converted or any of that kind of stuff. It's, you know, you just subscribe and be a member of the family, and I would appreciate if you'd step on up or help us get to the 1K so we can get to that milestone, because I'd like to give something away. So outside of that, comments again are always welcome. I know I've been harping on soapbox lately about things. I'll take it short and sweet this time. My interaction with most of my viewers is through the comments. It's just impractical to get the events, and we don't have any events close to my area. And you know, there are YouTubers that does machining in North Carolina. There's only a few of us around, and one of the larger channels is about 3-4 hours from me. So that's kind of the way that story goes. So I'd appreciate it if you have something to say, make a comment. And we're going to be making other stuff in the shop. I've got a steel project that's been laying here on my bench. I've been going around because of the racers. And I've got another race related project that's coming up soon as I get with the man, pick the pieces up. Excuse me for kicking the camera. So we got plenty of work to do for videos for you. So with no further ado, you guys all have a really great day. Thank you for stopping by, and we will see you in that very next video.